Dear person who lives here, forgive me for placing this note on your door. I don't know how you feel about yourself or your life. I have been watching you and following you. I have been doing this for 2 reasons. 1, you look exactly like me.
You look nothing like me.
It is a great movie. It is called Doppelganger Paul. We are joined by the co-directors Dylan Akio Smith and Kris Elgstrand to talk about Doppelganger Paul.
Gentlemen.
Boys, this one's it's explain it. Who wants to take it? I don't even care. Dylan, you want to take a first crack at this? Doppelganger Paul?
It.
Okay, all right.
Do it.
It's a story about friends. It's a story about.
It's a story about friends.
Question mark.
Weird friends, though.
Yes, very strange. It's a strange friendship. 2 strangers. One guy thinks the other guy's his doppelganger. Starts following him around, leaving notes on his door. Eventually they meet, and a very strange friendship.
And as we can see in the clip, Brad Dryborough and Ty Runyon look nothing like themselves, thus doppelganger.
Yes.
Yep.
So take it from there. What happens to these 2 fellas?
Well, you know, they come together because of a weird circumstance in Carl's life. Carl is played by Ty Runyon, and he collapses on the street one day and sees Brad's character, Brad.
Yeah, he has the epiphany moment.
Yeah, and he's like, that guy's my doppelganger. And then it just follows this strange and sort of exciting
And we
journey.
have to talk about the outer body experience that all 4 of us are having, because you guys asked us to be in the movie playing talk show hosts, interviewing 2 of the characters.
No, we weren't playing talk show hosts. It was our talk show.
There it is. Well, yeah, like that. And in the movie we're seeing here, and we were interviewing Matthew Finocchio and Ben Cotton's characters. Explain, if you can, where we come in and they come in, and the book comes in.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically about I guess we're calling it the second act. The beginning of the second act is after they've already met. It turns out that one of them graduated from university with a creative writing degree, which he's never used. Yeah. And in passing,
this massive manuscript.
Ty's character, it turns out, has written a 20,000-page manuscript that he started writing when he was 7, all about how much he hates himself. And so now Brad's
book
character
about how much I hate myself.
called the book about how much I hate myself. And so it turns out that Brad is really interested in, or Paul is really interested in this.
Very confusing.
In this book. And,
but it isn't. It's very linear in the movie. It's just, I mean,
it's hard to explain.
It's hard to. It's very difficult.
This is part of the fun of it, is because I can't imagine the creative process that went into this. Where did this idea even come from? How did it begin?
It's hard to say. Like, you know, I just had this notion one day of a desperate guy thinking this other guy's his doppelganger. And so I sort of ran with the idea of them looking like each other for a while. And then I thought, oh no, let's have them not look like each other. And, you know, it was a very sort of organic writing process, more so than usual for me. I just let it just flow and go wherever it was going to go, which is why it's so
What is
strange.
more neurotic?
I'm sorry, I let it go where it was going to go, which is why it's so strange. Kris, do you usually keep that weirdness in check?
No, he doesn't.
I guess I like to fool myself. That,
right, into thinking there's a normalcy.
I'm wondering what's fiction and what's reality here.
I ask myself that every day. I wake up and I go, "What is this reality? Is it real?" It's like the kid.
Did I write this?
You're
Can
on
we all be
painkillers.
clear that I'm high right now? I'm on painkillers, and this all makes perfect sense to me.
Well, it's like the
there you
video
go.
of the kid. You remember the kid that had the dental
Is
surgery?
this
It was the
real
big
life?
YouTube thing.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
Is this real? Is this reality?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I sort of feel like I'm
So
asking
you guys have
myself
been
that
doing the festival circuit. How has it been? You guys went to TIFF, which must have been amazing. What was it like to finally have the film be seen by people?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I mean, and that was in September, so we were still sort of making the film, I think, in July, August. So
Well, we did the final touches on the movie, I believe, on September 1st.
So
And
wait a
TIFF
second.
was like September 2nd.
Yeah, I was going to say, in Toronto, it was like the day after.
So that was awesome. That was a great screening, and we ended up doing like 4 screenings at the film festival there. Yeah, people loved it.
How tightly was this written? Because when I look at it, there's this beautiful, I mean, you said it before, this organic quality, but to the performances and the acting as well. I mean, obviously some really talented guys in this, but was it pretty tightly scripted, or were they just having some fun too?
Well, I think they were having fun with it, but it's fairly close to the script. There's not a lot of variation. I mean, Ty likes to, you know, play around a little bit.
He's a good dude.
Well, you and Ty had an argument about who's more neurotic, which is probably the perfect argument, right?
Yeah. So
who won that argument?
I think the jury's still out. I think it's a draw.
How do you have that argument in the first place? Where does that begin?
I don't know.
How do you measure that?
We were just out, and I happened to mention something about me being neurotic, and I'm like, obviously I'm more neurotic than you are. And Ty just went, whoa.
Whoa.
You think you're more neurotic than me?
I'm neurotic about this conversation.
Yeah, and so
I'm starting to feel neurotic right now.
Me too. I'm having a panic attack.
There's this beautiful humor that goes through this whole movie, though, that, you know, you can see it in this. There's this, but it's sort of understated, and it just really goes with the whole film, too.
Yeah, we
Thank you, Dylan.
I agree.
I agree,
Mike.
The look that just gave you.
I'm out. That's it. I'll be over here.
It's opening in theaters, you guys, and this is an amazing thing, coming full circle from filming it here on this couch to talking to you guys about this. As filmmakers and doing something like this, what is the process like when you finally get to open and screen your film, not in a festival?
Oh, well, this is amazing, because we didn't play the Vancouver Film Fest either, so this is the first time that that people in Vancouver will get a chance to see the movie. It's played Estonia. It's played
Vancouver.
Yeah, it's played Whistler.
Did you guys go to Estonia, or you just sent them out?
I did actually.
You went to Estonia.
I did.
How was it received there?
It was great. They thought it was more European maybe than North American,
I can see
which
that.
was actually really cool, because
the Europeans are really neurotic.
We sort of said, and they're crazy. So no, it was great there. But yeah, we played there. We played at Park City at Slam Dance, and
so
and
to get to bring it
haven't
home,
played yet.
it's just
here yet. Yeah. So there's crew members who still haven't seen the movie. So so
And
we're really
on a
excited.
serious note, you know, we're in Vancouver, where the Vancouver Playhouse Theatre Company is shutting down. What is your perspective on why people need to go and support the arts and support Canadian films so that we can have this arts industry? Yeah, aside from them being awesome. Estonia.
Wait.
Well, I also think that this particular movie is very Vancouver centric. You know, it's about. I mean, on the poster, the polar bear is the polar bear from Stanley Park. We used to live in the Stanley Park Zoo. Only certain people in Vancouver will remember that polar bear. Yeah, we do too. Yeah. And
it's very
and so you know, it's. We think it's a movie that sort of represents Vancouver in a lot of ways. I mean, Kris wrote it here. We're both born and raised here, and you know, I just think it's important that for people who are interested in the arts, that we support each other, and if we're making movies that are about our own sort of struggles or our own neuroses or whatever it is,
we can have fun watching each other.
Yeah, and we should. And I mean, you know, we just come out from doing a film festival tour with all the Quebec Canadian filmmakers who, like, I mean, they
revered, like ridiculous. You can
they support their own film industries too, right? So they can actually make, like, you know, Café de Flore was like looks like a $30 million movie, but it's like a super personal film, which doesn't happen a lot, you know, in sort of English-speaking
well, you guys have nailed it with this.
So.
It's a great film.
And ultimately, it's all about it being fun and having a good time. The same is true of the Playhouse. I mean, the Playhouse does great productions. Arts Club does great productions. There's a great theater community. It's a great film community. Yeah. And it's just partly about the economics of getting the word out, and that's one of the things that a smaller community struggles with.
So go see it, people. It's going to be screening March 16th through 22nd, and hopefully longer at the Van City Theatre. And guess what? You can enter to win tickets to one of the screenings by just emailing us at urbanrush@shaw.ca. Thanks, you guys.
I got really quiet at a certain point because I couldn't.
You got weird.
Was this happening?
Is this real life? We'll find out after the break.